Hi everyone, it's Mike Armstrong here, aka the Welsh Dragon. I've recently just come back from a week working away in London, doing some meetings and appointments and networking events and that sort of thing. And it reminded me back in the day of when I used to do sort of door-to-door business sales and door-to-door sales before that. And a couple of retailers, for example, when you go in and speak to them, they don't really have things set up very well. And it can affect their business and it can affect, their future. So I wanted to share some retail business tips and advice, say top 5 tips from the Welsh Dragon, so that, retailers can stop avoiding these mistakes. So being in sales, you go in to visit a lot of businesses from time to time and you talk to them about your business, your products, your services, etc. And a lot of the time, some of the stores are rude and some of them are not. And the ones that are rude, I never go back to buy from. Now, I'm actually in sales. I've always been an above average earner. And lots of people in sales are above average earners because they get basic and commissions. So if you're peeing people off constantly and they're never coming to your business because you've upset them and you've been rude to them and they're above average earners, does that sound like a good business strategy? It doesn't, does it? So my advice would be, treat people with respect no matter what they're doing. If you're busy, just tell them you're busy. Ask them to come back or say you're not interested, whatever. But don't be rude, be polite, and it won't be creating a massive hole in your bucket. So that would be tip number 1. Tip number 2 would be make sure you've got somebody warm in and inviting to the people who come into your business. The amount of times you go into a business and the people are completely unhelpful, they don't have any comp slips, they can't direct you anywhere, they don't know anything, and they're not very polite and they're not very happy. Imagine that all the people going into their business, customers, partners, advertisers, whatever, but all having a bad experience with your business. Is that going to be benefiting your business or not benefiting your business, or even worse, hurting your business? So my advice is make sure you have somebody good who's enthusiastic, pay them well, give them bonuses based on how well they're doing and that sort of thing. They'll be engaged, they'll be better, they'll work with people better, and it'll help build your business. So that would be my tip number 2. And then tip number 3 is, even if you're inviting people into your business or people want to pop into your business or they're passing trade, they also need to be able to find your business easily as well. So you should really have a website. Even if you've got a great store, you should have a website. You should also have some social media marketing. People these days like to check people out before they go into the store, or they go into the store, see stuff, and then want to go online and buy it. So ideally, you should have a website that can sell some of your top items or all of your items as well. So that would be my tip number 3, is to make sure that you have a good website that can, connect with your real world retail footprint, can liaise between the two, and can make sure you're not losing people at either end. So that would be my tip number 3. And then my tip number 4 would be, if you invest in a website and social media, etc., then you need to invest in a good content marketing strategy, or come up with one and be consistent with it. You also need to invest in a good SEO strategy and be consistent at it, and understand your keywords and understand keyword marketing, and go for long tail keywords as well as short tail ones and all that sort of stuff. So don't just invest in these products and do nothing with it. It's a bit like buying a car and never putting petrol in it. It looks good, but it's never going to get you anywhere. So that would be my tip number 4. And then the tip number 5 would be, if you've got a retail business, have business cards, have comp slips that actually tell people what you do, and have a good website, email address, phone number, make it easy for people to get hold of you. And also, if you're busy working on a till, etc., have a telephone answering service or a backup, that if you're busy and you don't answer within 3 calls, it goes to someone else who answers it, etc. That way then, rather than you sort of like tackling the till and tackling people in front of you and trying to answer the phone at the same time and missing something, you can concentrate on what you need to do. Other people can concentrate on answering the calls. You can then not miss opportunities, get more business, grow your business, and open up more stores, or do whatever it is that you want to do. So there's my top 5 tips for retailers. Look after people, look after your business. Don't get waste and loss, by being unprepared and unprofessional, and you'll be on the right path. Nothing else left for me to say other than have an awesome day. I know I will. And thank you very much for listening. Cheers. Bye-bye.